Morning again. So we are going to take a look at our Schedule B up here, and you can see it's already highlighted. I had the microphone cut out on me earlier, a little going through. So um, Schedule B, right? So Schedule B is going to be covering interest and ordinary dividends. So we're going to be looking at our 1099s, both INT and DIV. So in this first section, though, it's asking for interest. So we're going to be looking at the 1099 INT. One of the first things you need to do, put the names of the returns. So we have our John and Jane Doe, and and at least or the first social security number, right? SSN number 1, whoever's the main filing. All right. So you may have multiple 1099 INTs, and that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to, I'm going to give y'all multiple 1099s because a lot of people have banks or have accounts at different banks. So they would get multiple 1099s, one from each bank. So you would go in and put, okay, in this section right here, and just follow the instructions. List the name of the payer. Well, who's paying the interest? That's the bank. So you're going to put the bank name. So let's go, Bank of America. And then Wells Fargo and Chase, right? And then over all the way to the right, you're going to put the amount of interest they paid. So let's say it was $60. Again, you don't need to worry about the cents. That's just habit of mine. $50 and $40. All right. So that's what we would do in part one or line one of part one. Then we go down to line two, and it just says, read the instructions, add the amounts on line one. Well, we can do that, right? We just add 60 plus 50 plus 40, and we get $150. Okay. Excludable interest. Well, we don't need to worry about that. We're not doing any excludable interest on U.S. savings bonds. Okay. Line 4 says subtract line 2 from, or subtract line 3 from line 2. Okay. Well, if line 3 is 0, because we're not going to worry about that, then line 4 is 150. Okay. And that's what we're going to put. If you notice, following the instructions, enter the result here on form 1040, line 2B. Okay. And it says here, if line 4 is over 1500, you must complete part 3. It's not going to be over. I'm not going to have it over. All right. So the next one is part 2, ordinary dividends. So you guessed it, we're going to be looking at the 1099 DIV. And again, we'll go through the same thing. So that we did up here, right? You list the name of the payer, so the financial institutions that you hold your investments in. It can be Fidelity, E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, et cetera, et cetera. And then you put the amount of dividends. So I'm going to just do like 500 each. Okay. And that's line 5. Okay. And then what do you think you do with line 6? Add the amounts on line 5. Enter the total here on line or on form 1040, line 3B. All right. So I did $500 each, so we have a total of $1,500. Whew. If line 6 is over 1500, you must complete part 3. Well, we don't have to complete it because it's not over. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, so we have 150 for going to line 2B and 1500 going to line 3B. So let's go back up, Schedule B, all the way up to the very front page. You can see I went ahead and filled out some of this stuff just so that it would be easier to conceptualize what we're doing here. Okay, so line 2B, taxable interest, we have $150. Ordinary dividends, we have $1,500. Okay. IRA distributions, I'm not putting anything in IRA distributions just yet. Okay, other sources of income, we have $6,000 in other sources of income. So, bring out my calculator. Well, that's dead. All right. So, to do this the old-fashioned way, right? Add lines 1, 2B, 3B, 4B, 4D, 5B, 6, and 7A to get your total income. Well, made this somewhat easy for me. 84,000 plus 6,000 is 90,000 plus 1,500. That would be 91,500. And then plus 150, 91,650. 91,650 as our total income for this person. Okay, then let's see, adjustments. I put in some information on Schedule 1, right? I said, let's just go over, right? So this person received alimony, $6,000. Okay, so that was the additional income over here. And then adjustments to income, I said they had educator expenses and they did an IRA deduction. So that's 6,000 there. So 6,250. Okay. So 6,250. So subtract those two numbers. Okay. 91,650. I'm not going to try to do that in my head. Oops. Okay. So we are at $85,400 as our adjusted gross income. That's all we have to do for Schedule B. We're done. Now we just have to do Schedule A, and that will be in the next video. See you in a minute.